Ross, what do we need to know about the health of Stefon Diggs?
Well, it's not good, Laura. He has a torn ACL and will miss the remainder of the season. Houston, a tough blow for their receiving core, tough blow for Stefon Diggs, who has an expiring contract as well and was obviously hoping to put up big numbers for that reason and also to help Houston win. But he will not be a part of this moving forward. Torn ACL out for the season. The Texans play on Thursday night, so they have to regroup quickly here. They can't get Nico Collins back until Week 10 at the earliest, though they're optimistic that he will come back at that point. But after Thursday night, this development does make you wonder if we might see the Texans try and be active ahead of next Tuesday's trade deadline.
Yeah, good point. That's coming up. Diggs has 47 receptions this season, 7th most in the NFL, and his head coach talked about the loss earlier today.
Really hurts our team to hear that news, and he's been such an important part to our team, and just everything that he brought, not only on the field but off the field, the energy, the leader, like the way he worked every single day. He brought a lot to our team, and we have to pick up the slack. A lot of guys have to step up, pick up the slack.
I just really feel bad for him. You know, he's worked extremely hard. I think he was having one of them, you know, the best times he's ever had on the team. At least that's what he told us, you know. So, you know, I just feel for him.
I mean, Hawk, just how big a loss is this for the Texans?
It's huge. I mean, you come into this season with 2 #1 receivers on your roster, and here you are with nobody available. I think the biggest questions for me is, can Tank Dell step up as the #1 option? Because they're going to need him to. They're going to need that entire receiving core to step up. I think Xavier Hutchinson is a name that you'll start to see get a lot more reps. But for Tank Dell, like, we've seen him and C.J. Stroud play lights out together. There was a point last year where he was on pace for 1,200 yards. Can they duplicate that, right? Because Mixon right now has kind of been the backbone of this offense. When he's out there, he's kind of paced them. They've struggled protecting the quarterback. And if they can't get Tank Dell going quickly as a #1 option down the field, it's going to make pass protection that much harder, and it's going to really hurt Mixon's ability to affect the offense the way he
Nico Collins got to get healthy. That is
10,
right. Week 10. So they've got the Jets, the Lions, and maybe the Cowboys. They can win those football games even without Nico Collins. The Lions won, obviously, a massive challenge. So I don't think this is an impactful loss. This is not a season-changing loss. I think Robert Woods is plenty capable of stepping into that role. That being said, and I hope and pray for Steffi gets healthy, I don't care if he's got Jerry Rice out there. If they don't learn how to pass protect better, it won't matter. I'm being candid. Nico Collins coming back healthy, it won't matter. They right now cannot block for this young man at quarterback. So I don't care what the health of the receivers are or who they got. If they don't learn specifically on the interior of their offensive line how to pass off games better and handle pass protection, the receivers aren't going to be able to play to the style that they want with their young quarterback.
Yeah, you see Stroud have the incredible season that he had last year. This isn't on him, though, like any of this, right?
I think CJ has been sped up a little bit. I think CJ, his play has been impacted and affected like every quarterback's because their offensive line is so bad.
Right?
Absolutely. Getting the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker to a guy that's covered more so than maybe waiting one hitch or half a hitch longer to see a guy breaking open. Also not having Nico. So a lot's been thrown at him challenge-wise.
And they seem a little, like, disjointed more than they were a year ago. Like, the offense is not – the way that they're calling the plays has not flowed the same.
Because they can't drop back.
Because they can't drop back. And that's affected them down the field. And even though they have all that star power at receiver, it's been spotty as opposed to the amount of talent that they have there.
It's almost impossible to call an offense as an offensive coordinator, which is the biggest challenge in football, to call plays when we can't necessarily protect only a small group in play action and we don't have a #1 wide receiver playing right now. That's a very difficult task.